Hey everybody, JC here with another TNI toy review. And for today's review, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new DC Comics Multiverse 6-inch DC Legends of Tomorrow TV series Hawkman figure from Mattel. Now this 6-inch figure comes packaged in a window box, very similar to what we see with all the DC Comic Multiverse figures. Up at the very top, you've got the DC Legends of Tomorrow TV series logo. Then you've got the DC Comics Multiverse logo. The figure's clearly displayed. Down below, you have an image of the character from the TV series and the name. Off to the side, again, you have an image of the character from the TV series and a brief bio. And then on the back of the packaging, we have a look at all the figures in the wave that you need to get in order to complete the King Shark Collect and Connect figure. All right, let's get this open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so here's a look at the figure outside the packaging along with the other contents. Now, first of all, let me just say a big thanks to the folks at Mattel for sending me this figure so I could review it for you guys. The figure comes with the left leg for the King Shark Collect and Connect, and we'll be taking a look at King Shark in his own review once we've looked at all the figures in this wave. So be sure to check back for that. The figure comes with a pair of wings that are removable from the figure. It's just got this little peg system that plugs into the back of the figure. And I actually like how they design these wings. Basically, you've got this outer long wing that attaches with almost like a ball joint type deal. So you can move it. It's got some rotation there. You can keep the wings kind of folded in, and then you've got articulation here so you can do the wings back and forth. So I like the movement. I like how you can kind of make the wings kind of compact, and they're not too heavy either, so they're not going to make your figure top heavy when you attach it to the back of the figure, which I like that. And again, all you do is you've got this little slit on the figure, so you just push them in there and they fit nice and tight. And then finally, we get the mace, his signature weapon, and this is done with a metallic silver. Now, I do think in the TV series that the mace he used was a goldish bronze color, not silver. I know that's the case with the Hawkgirl figure. I'm not 100% sure with Hawkman. I'd have to go back and look. But as it is, they've just given you a silver one. I think it overall looks pretty good. I like the spikes. It is done with a rubbery type material, so it does bend very easily. But otherwise, I think it looks pretty good. And then he can hold the mace in the left or the right hand, and he holds it pretty tight. For the figure itself, I think they've done a pretty good job here. The head sculpt's not too bad. It's not 100% to the actor's likeness, but I don't think they did too bad a job with it. I like with the way that they've done the helmet. You've got that bronze color, and then you've got the black. Decent skin tone. And then his nice detailing with his costume looks pretty accurate to what we saw in the TV series. He's got the lighter brown up here on the shoulder pads and then darker brown with the stripes and everything. And then he's got this kind of red amulet. And he's got the pouches on his belt here. So again, overall, I think they've done a pretty good job of capturing the look of the character from the TV series. And this figure stands, if you count to the tips of his ears on his helmet, it's just under 6.5 inches. And then if you count to the top of his wings, it's just over 6.5 inches. And here's a comparison with the Mattel Multiverse 6-inch TV Supergirl, TV Flash, and TV Arrow figures. And the scale between these seem to be pretty good. And finally, just for one more comparison, here's a look at the DC Collectible 7-inch DC Legends of Tomorrow Hawkgirl figure with the Mattel 6-inch version. And while I think the detailing and the sculpting on the DC collectible version is a hair better, I do like how they've done the wings a little bit better with the Mattel version over the DC collectible version. Okay, for articulation, you can turn the head to the left and to the right. He really doesn't have any back or forth movement with the head. Arms attached with your standard ball hinge joint there at the shoulder, so he can get his arm out good. As far as rotation of the arm, he's got these shoulder pads, which are done with a rubber type material. So you do have to kind of lift them up if you want to rotate the arm all the way around. So just be wary of that. He does have a bicep swivel, single hinged elbow, so he can only bend his elbow about that much. And then you have rotation at the wrist, but no hinge joints on the wrists. He has an ab crunch type joint, so he can crunch down about that much and he can look back about that much. He does have a waist swivel. He has those hinges for the leg joints, so he can do the splits pretty good, and then he can get his leg forward about that much and he can do his leg back about that much. He does have a thigh swivel, single hinge knee, so he can bend his knee about that much. Then he has hinges on the feet, so up and down movement with the feet, but no ankle pivot, and 2 peg holes on the bottom of the feet. Okay, so that's my review. So overall, I like this figure. I think they've done a pretty good job with the overall detailing on it. It's not quite as nice as the Hawkgirl from DC Collectibles, but it's not too bad. And I definitely like the wing design on this one. I think they did a good job with that. Now this figure, along with the rest of the wave, is starting to hit shelves now. We'll have a full image gallery up at toynewseye.com. There'll be a link in the video description below. As always, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you're so inclined, please like the video. Also, if you haven't already, please follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. I'll have links to those in the video description as well. And until next time, I'll catch you later.